summer of 1957, a young family lived in a small town in western Hungary. 22-year-old Erjébet and her husband István. Erjébet decided to get rid of her husband, who had serious alcohol problems. Instead of divorcing him, she chose to poison him. Erjébet based her deadly concoction on nicotine, which she obtained in large quantities from her brother, who had access to pesticides used for plant growth and protection. She kept the lethal syrup in a brandy bottle. At first, Erjébet tested the poison on animals, but in August 1957, she mixed the poison into the drink of a neighbor's 5-year-old girl. After just a few sips, the girl felt ill, went outside, and collapsed dead. The police concluded that the death was due to health issues and severe malnourishment from birth. 6 days later, Erjébet decided to test the poison on an adult. She chose her former friend, who had been spreading rumors about her. This time, the police determined it was a suicide. Having avoided punishment, Erjébet felt she could deceive the police. This time, she targeted her husband. At the end of August 1957, the couple was sitting in a restaurant. After drinking excessively, István went to the kitchen to find out why their food was taking so long. At that moment, Erjébet poisoned his glass. When István collapsed dead, she skillfully poured the contents of both glasses onto the floor. Once again, Erjébet got away with it. The cause of death was listed as alcohol poisoning due to long-term heavy drinking. 2 years later, Erjébet poisoned her own sister. This happened after a family argument. Erjébet's parents and siblings criticized her for changing partners and refused to provide financial support. Erjébet staged the crime in such a way that no one suspected her involvement. Her sister took the poison while Erjébet was already in another town. The murderer was caught purely by chance. Due to financial difficulties, Erjébet was returning bottles to a local liquor store. Soon, a bottle containing the deadly solution ended up on the shelf. Although both the store owner and Erjébet had rinsed it out, 2 people bought and drank its contents, ending up in the hospital with severe poisoning. The crimes from 1957 immediately came to light. Erjébet confessed and was brought to trial. Initially, the court sentenced her to life imprisonment, but in 1961, the Supreme Court reviewed the case and handed down a new sentence: death by hanging. In her final plea for clemency, she wrote, "I lived in extreme poverty under the harshest conditions in the village. Moreover, I am still young. Perhaps I can atone for the terrible crimes I committed through labor. I am very afraid of death." Her plea was denied, and on January 23, 1962, she was hanged.